Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video with Mac Morris. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm starting my transformation in my backyard, and this is probably more for me than anything else, but I figured it'd probably be good if I visually showed it, and I'd like to actually be able to see like before and after, not just in pictures. So I think talking about it, going through it will be pretty interesting, and I think this is a pretty big transformation I at least have in my head, and we'll see where it goes. So basically, I just got a new place and I am completely transforming the outside patio, garden, backyard area. And so with that, right now it's a bit of a mess. I'll flash a picture of what it started at. I started doing some stuff such as trimming. What the hell is that? Such as trimming some of the hedges from my neighbor's yard and some of the bushes that are already growing here. They were just getting too much, and I still have a lot more to do, and I'll flash that real fast. But otherwise, I'm going to show what it currently looks like and talk a little about what I want to do. So let me flip this. So here is the area, right? It's a pretty big space, relatively speaking, because I'm in the city. And with it, I want to know, like, you can tell, like, first of all, this bush, or not bush, this is, I don't think it's a tree of some sort. This tree is just doing too freaking much. This is like a garden. The first time I saw it, it was in the winter time, so there was like no, like, I don't know, geez, words, where are the words? Plants, they were starting to bloom. Geez, there were no blooms. It wasn't green, it was just barren because it was the winter time. But now that it's like growing out, I'm like, goodness. Okay, this is a lie. And I already had intention when I first saw it. I'm gonna get rid of it. But here we are now, so it's fine. And then there's like these. I didn't even know these existed outside of like deserts. They're like the floor, like they feel kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, like 'cause my feet are going through them. But I don't want trees to and bushes and these are weeds to overtake my whole backyard. So I'm just gonna get rid of all this. And then that's the common area. That's not really that important. And the same thing back here. I hope the light adjusts. It's just a bunch of weeds and such. So, but in my head, I'm thinking that I'm gonna get rid of these trees. I'm gonna get rid of this big garden area, which I kind of like the plants because I just saw a hummingbird come by. But I'm like, man, I don't want to hear. At least not here. Maybe I'll make like something in the corner over there or something outside of the gate because that's my land too. But we'll see. But yeah. So I'm gonna do another flash of just going what it looks like and do a pan. That way I can do it before, kind of after. Progressively showing what I'm doing. Today I have my weed eater here, my weed eater buddy here, as you can never see, just to start knocking down some of these weeds and bushes and things, and then I got my gardening gloves, so I'm gonna pull some and get rid of those and maybe cut down some of these bushes I just showed in the garden. So let's start there, and then I'll show you guys what I at least get done today. So see you in a bit. Well, everyone, I'm back. I'm almost done here. I probably should have done like a slow reel so you guys can see what exactly I was doing. But essentially, just to sum it up, and I'll show you just here in a second. There's a big tree that was right in front of my HVAC systems, and I wanted to trim that down. Initially, I was going to wait to do that, but I realized every time I was walking by, it's just going to continue to be an impediment for the rest of the clearing. So I was like, let me cut this tree down, and the wasp did not like that.
I'm about to show my ass.
So you'll see I got my wasp spray over here, my homemade wasp spray to try to keep them off me in the meantime. But last thing I want to do today is to finish clearing up the garden, and let me show you guys real fast. Flipper. Okay, so you can see this is where the tree was. Now you can actually see the other side of the fence, and also part of the let me show you part of this, right? And I also trimmed this down a little bit, and I realized this tree was going to get on my nerves more than I realized. So I trimmed this area a little bit more, and the biggest thing is just these bushes. I don't know what kind of bushes these are, but they gotta go. They're doing too much. I realized the tree was also hiding like this bit of weed too. So that's why I was like, let me trim this way down, then I can get over here. And this is the nonsense I have to clean up. And once I'm done cleaning up, I'm gonna trim up this just a little bit, just to at least get it within the borders that it's originally in. They've just kind of done what they wanted to while I haven't been here. But now I'm about to clean it up. I just gotta watch for the bees and the wasps because they don't like me right now. That's okay though. We're gonna move them elsewhere because yeah, I'm not doing it. So, be back again. Oh, also I didn't talk about it. So you can see all this white powder. This is just some ant killer, and I realized now the ant colony is crazy because they have hills like all over here, and as I'm moving these weeds, I'm seeing more hills. Like these over here, they're still alive, and that's fine. We'll get rid of them. It's gonna be a process, so I'm not really worried about it. But I can see that they have like channels and channels of nonsense up under these tiles. So I'm gonna have to address that in the process too. That should be interesting. We will see. Okay, well, it's hot. It's like 95 degrees today. So I think I'm done for today. I'm gonna come back out before I get out of here and finish it up. But let me show you guys where I'm at. Talk through it a bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm always assuming, but it's decent. Okay, so I cleared my pathway. This is really all I need, at least for tonight. So when I go out, because I'm already late. Me folk, some of the bushes that I showed earlier, cutting stuff off. I said that I wanted to at least be able to walk around the garden, and I think I've done that for the most part. Started doing some weeding around the garden itself. As you can see here, this is still the same. The wasps are still mad at me, so if I jump, just bear with me. I've cut off, so before you could not see this at all. It's not perfect right now. The wasps are really pissed off, but again, they'll be fine. But I'm gonna let this sit here until tomorrow morning, and then I'll clean this up, move all this out, and maybe do a little more weeding. Maybe, we'll see. But as you can see, if I back up a bit here, you can actually see the perimeter of what the garden is versus just all the bushes overtaking it. So slowly but surely, progress is being made. And then maybe I might do a little weeding here tomorrow. So again, this is day 2, I guess, technically, aside from what I cut on that side. And mind you, like, as I'm cutting stuff, I'm like, oh, I feel bad about the trees, but really, like, my neighbor has way too many trees, so frankly, I'm really okay. And I got a big tree still on my property, and I'm like, it's really fine. So, what's up, folks? So I am done this weekend. What I'm gonna do, I'll show you guys what we're rocking with. Basically, before I show you, did some more weed eating. Started on some weeding on the ground itself, and I found out there are a lot more rocks on here than I realized. And then I made sure that I could keep the perimeter of the garden where it was. So let me flip around, like you guys can see what I'm rocking with here. So this area looks about the same. I had some trees here that I've already cleaned up. It's all gone now. And like I said, perimeter of the garden looks fine. Now you guys can actually see the stones that are here. I didn't even know it was this many. So as I'm taking a walk, trim this down. I don't think I've changed anything on this side. These are some of the weeds that I already started pulling from this side and this side over here. I have some more I need to do, but I will do it next time. This is going to stay here because my trash can is too full right now, and I ran out of trash bag, so it's fine. I'll be back next week, so not a big deal. Like I said, you can actually see, I didn't even know there were this many stones over here, so that's kind of cool. So now I know. And also the perimeter over here is like finally where I can walk over here and not be attacked by bees, which is pretty dope. And then probably the next is going to be to trim off this side so I can actually see the full and not just from what it looks like at the front of the house. So yeah, this is where I went now. Pretty happy with what I've gotten so far, and we'll jump back in next week and see what else I can get done.
Shut up and sit down.